Tuesday's episode of this to plunge viewers into a whirlwind of suspicion, betrayal, and emotional confusion as the aftermath of E.J. DiMera's shooting begins to tear relationships apart and pit longtime adversaries against one another. As Salem reels from the shocking incident, questions swirl, loyalties shift, and personal agendas start bubbling to the surface. At the heart of it all? The burning mystery: who pulled the trigger and who will end up paying the price? The chaos begins with two of Salem's most volatile women, Kristen and Gabby. With E.J. lying wounded and the authorities circling, both women find themselves under a harsh spotlight. They each have motive, means, and opportunity, and they're fully aware of it. But rather than working together to clear their names or uncover the truth, they do what they do best: turn on each other. Kristen is livid and loud. She's never been one to shy away from confrontation, and her fierce temper is on full display as she throws accusations like daggers at Gabby. Gabby, in turn, refuses to be Kristen's scapegoat and strikes back with her own pointed fingers. The tension between them is so thick, it's practically flammable. Neither is willing to back down. Neither is truly innocent, and both would rather see the other rot in jail than take the fall themselves. Kristen's rage is laced with desperation. She openly admits she wanted E.J. dead. She just didn't want to be the one holding the smoking gun. Gabby's in the same boat. Both women might have dreamed of E.J.'s downfall, but dreams and deeds are very different things. Or are they? Belle's torn heart, grief, guilt, and a complicated past, while Kristen and Gabby scream at each other in the heat of accusation. Belle finds herself in a quieter, more personal storm. In a tale that almost borders on tragic repetition, Belle once again turns to Brady to unload the complicated mess of emotions brewing inside her. Once upon a time, she confessed her conflicted feelings about E.J. Now, in a painful déjà vu, she's doing it all over again, only this time, E.J.'s been shot. Belle admits she wanted justice for E.J.'s past actions. She wanted him behind bars. She wanted him held accountable. What she didn't want, what she wasn't prepared for, was the image of him bleeding, possibly dying, and the realization that revenge doesn't always feel like closure. She's haunted by guilt, confusion, and the fear that someone she once cared for, however complicated it was, could be lost forever. As Belle opens up to Brady, the two share a heartfelt exchange that reveals not just her inner turmoil but the complexities of past relationships that never fully heal. Brady, ever the patient listener, tries to help her make sense of the mess. But even he's left wondering what justice really means in a town like Salem, where secrets and lies are the currency of survival. Holly, Tate, and Doug. Trouble among the teens set outside the adult drama. The younger generation is facing its own crisis. Tate and Holly's blossoming relationship hits a serious snag when a third party enters the picture: Doug. Tate is convinced Doug is trouble. He accuses him of being a thief, especially after a cherished family heirloom turns up missing and is later pawned. Holly, however, leaps to Doug's defense. To her, Doug is misunderstood. Yes, he made a mistake. Yes, he pawned something he shouldn't have. But does that make him irredeemable? Does it make him a threat? Holly is quick to argue that everyone deserves a second chance, especially someone who's trying to turn their life around. But Tate isn't buying it. His instincts are on high alert, and he can't shake the feeling that Doug's involvement in their lives is about to spiral into something dangerous. That hunch is only strengthened when Tate walks into Holly's room, only to find the very same guy he's been warning her about lurking where he shouldn't be. What was Doug doing in Holly's room? Was it a simple misunderstanding, or the first clue that Tate might be right after all? A dangerous investigation begins as tensions soar. Salem's law enforcement tries to make sense of the chaos. Sean and JJ step into the fray, determined to uncover the truth behind E.J.'s shooting. But nothing is simple in this town, especially not when personal relationships cloud professional judgment. For Sean, the investigation hits close to home, perhaps a little too close. His ex-wife was recently involved with the victim. That alone complicates matters. There's also the unspoken question: is this really just about E.J., or is there someone out there with a bigger agenda, willing to kill to keep their secrets buried? JJ, still struggling to find his footing, is pulled into a case that could unravel more than just a mystery. It could pull back the curtain on some of Salem's most dangerous players. Together, they must navigate a maze of lies, suspects, and half-truths, all while racing against the clock to prevent another tragedy. A Town on Edge as April 8th unfolds. Days of Our Lives delivers the kind of edge-of-your-seat storytelling that has kept fans coming back for decades. The shot that brought E.J. DiMera to his knees has also managed to shake the entire town from the DiMera mansion to the teen hangouts. Everyone's a suspect. No one feels safe. And as old grudges resurface and new alliances form, one thing is certain: in Salem, no secret stays hidden forever and no one escapes the consequences of their past. Will Kristen and Gabby tear each other apart before the truth comes out? Will Belle's guilt lead her to confess more than she means to? Can Sean and JJ find the shooter before another bullet is fired? And is Doug really the dangerous presence Tate believes him to be? Salem's streets are whispering. The answers are coming. But in true Days of Our Lives fashion, don't expect them to come quietly. On Monday, April 7th, viewers of Days of Our Lives witnessed a moment that will be remembered for its complexity, its emotional resonance, and its ripple effect on the lives of several key characters. Sarah Johnson, torn between loyalty and honesty, attempted to unburden her conscience. But in doing so, she only managed to complicate matters further. From the outset, Sarah's decision to speak up seemed overdue. For weeks, the secret of Philip's forged letter has cast a long shadow over Salem. Only one person truly knows the extent of the deception: Xander. He alone holds the key to the truth, and he has every right to feel betrayed. Yet his own history of lies and half-truths tempers his anger. After all, he knows what it is to keep secrets. The scene in question unfolds in the early hours of April 7th at the DiMera mansion. Sarah approaches Xander, who, stripped of his usual armor, stands shirtless by the grand staircase. The vulnerability of the moment is striking. She opens with an admission: she must confess something. But instead of revealing Philip's betrayal, the letter that sent shockwaves through the family, she offers a diversion. She admits that she was aware of Philip's relationship with Stephanie before Xander learned of it. Stephanie confided in her, she explains, and so the story was not hers to tell. At first glance, this might seem an odd choice. What does Sarah hope to achieve by withholding the real secret? Is she testing Xander's capacity for forgiveness, gauging his reaction to a minor deception before unveiling the greater one? Or does she fear the fallout so profoundly that she cannot bring herself to utter the full truth? The answer lies somewhere in between. Sarah's heart is in the right place, but her fear of causing pain has led her to spin yet another web of lies. Xander's response is telling. He is not enraged. Instead, his voice carries a note of weary understanding. He recognizes Sarah's intention. She was protecting a friend. He cannot fault her entirely. Yet, beneath his calm lies a question that will not stay buried. Why did he react so violently when he believed Sarah had lied to him, when her deception was far less harmful than Philip's? He recalls his own indiscretions, times when he withheld information to shield those he loved, and wonders if his anger was misplaced. But Sarah's false confession is not without consequence. Unlike her knowledge of Philip's romance, the fake letter directly implicates Xander. It manipulated his life, his trust, and the stability of the DiMera legacy. When the true nature of that letter emerges, and it likely will, especially with the sudden arrival of Vivian at the mansion, the stakes will be higher than ever. Sarah's half-truth may come back to haunt her, eroding the trust she desperately sought to protect. Meanwhile, the undercurrent of power continues to shift. With the letter still unexposed, Xander, Philip, and Alex convene in a clandestine meeting, one they dub the Titan Strategy Session. Their focus: the shooting of EJ and the vulnerabilities it has exposed within the DiMera family. They believe this is the moment to strike, to solidify their hold on the DiMera fortune and influence. Philip's deception remains a blind spot. Xander, unaware of the forged correspondence, trusts his partner implicitly. He fails to see that Philip's machinations may extend far beyond a simple letter. And yet, as they plot their next move, a shadow looms. Vivian's unexpected arrival threatens to unravel both DiMera and Kiriaki's alliances. Just as chaos swirls in one family, it threatens to engulf another. Back in Horton Town Square, other dramas unfold. Sophia and Holly share a quiet conversation on a bench beneath the blossoming magnolia trees. Their bond, forged through shared hardship, offers a moment of respite from the storm. But even here, tension lingers. Tate's protective instincts flare when Doug appears, offering assistance that Tate neither requested nor trusts. And then there is Kate, the family matriarch, whose calm exterior belies a heart torn between loyalty and vengeance. Whispers have circulated that she may take matters into her own hands and confront EJ in the most final of ways. Will she pull the trigger? Or will her love for family and her fear of irreversible consequences hold her back? As the week unfolds, viewers will watch alliances shift, truths emerge, and loyalties tested. Sarah's confession may have been incomplete, but it has set a chain reaction in motion, one that will expose hidden desires, long-held grudges, and the lengths to which people will go to protect those they love. For an audience who has followed these characters through decades of drama, the events of April 7th will resonate deeply. They remind us that secrets, no matter how well concealed, have a way of surfacing. And when they do, the fallout can be both devastating and, paradoxically, liberating. So, what do you think of Sarah's confession? Was her partial truth an act of mercy, or did it only serve to deepen the wound? And as Vivian returns, what chaos will she unleash upon the DiMera and Kiriaki's families? Share your thoughts in the comments below and prepare for a week of revelations in Salem.